let's open the book on page 53 to work on the second part of the language focus section of this unit. In this part, we're going to talk about negative inversion and emphatic do, does, and did. Certain negative expressions can be put at the beginning of a sentence for emphasis. This happens more often in written or formal English. For example, I've never seen becomes never have I seen. So instead of saying I've never seen such courage, it would become never have I seen such courage. Another example is one rarely finds such clear explanations. When using negative inversion, it would become rarely does one find such clear explanations. And if it hadn't been for the war, would become had it not been for the war. Had it not been for the war, women would not have got the vote. Let's take more examples on how to use negative inversion for emphasis. Sentences can be given emphasis by negative inversion, which can take place after negative adverbials such as never, nowhere, not for 1 minute, not since, not until, never again, or rarely. For example, not until the 1980s did computers become a household item. Never had they been in such a difficult situation. Nowhere will you come across a more hospitable nation. Nothing do we appreciate more than local hospitality. Rarely have I witnessed such an exciting event. It is mainly used in written English, but can also be used to emphasize points in more formal spoken English, such as when making speeches. The second case is in certain established sentence patterns. Hardly had she started her meal when the fire alarm rang. No sooner had he sat down than the phone rang. Little did I suspect that the thief was still in the house. هدول الثلاث طرق باستخدام hardly, no sooner, and little بيستخدموا مع when, than, and that respectively. أما ثالث حالة فهي after expressions with only and no. For example, only when I left my job did I realize how stressful it had been. Not only did he play the piano, but he also sang beautifully. At no time were they told what was happening. In no way should you blame yourself. On no account will we accept your offer. كل هيدول الطرق استخدمنا فيهم either only or no لحتى نعبر عن emphasis using negative inversion. Now, try to rewrite the sentences using negative inversion for emphasis. بعد ما خلصتوا الكويز، خلينا نشوف كيف فينا نحل هيدا السؤال. أول جملة هي He had never been so upset. هون بدنا نستخدم negative inversion بأنه نحط never بأول الجملة. So الجملة بدها تكون Never had he been so upset. أما الجملة الثانية يلي هي We rarely see such beautiful sunsets. فكمان هون بدنا نستخدم rarely بأول الجملة وبدها تصير Rarely do we see such beautiful sunsets. هيدول الاثنين بينتموا لأول حالة حكينا عنها، ودايما ورا الترم يلي موجود معنا بدنا نستخدم auxiliary verb. بأول جملة كان ال auxiliary verb already part من الverb الموجود، بس بتاني حالة ما كان في عنا auxiliary verb، so استخدمنا do بما أنه في عنا we. So صارت الجملة Rarely do we see such beautiful sunsets. أما الجملة الثالثة يلي هي We didn't realize how expensive kids are until we were parents. فبهيدي الجملة بدنا نستخدم not until، وبدها تصير Not until we were parents did we realize how expensive kids are. كملنا الكلوز يلي موجودة بعد until، حولنا الverb من النيجاتيف للبوزيتيف form، وبعدين كملنا السنتنس. ننتقل لرابع جملة يلي هي I had just begun to speak when I was interrupted. أنا كنت بعدني شي مبلش أحكي لما اتقطعت. هون الجملة ما في بقلبها الكلمة يلي بدنا نبلش فيها، بس بما إنه قلنا I had just begun to speak معناته كان بعده شي مبلش، so فينا نكتبها as Hardly had I begun to speak when I was interrupted. كنت بعدني أنجأ شي عم بلش أحكي لما اتقطعت.